Hi everyone, it's Robin. I have a project to share with you, a tutorial of just some quick party favors or a hostess gift or even just a home decor project for Christmas. Can be adapted to any holiday. I'm doing these in advance for Christmas as just little gift ideas for party favors. So let's go ahead and get started. You can do these in any size. I'm going to be using a 6x6. You'll want double-sided paper, that's the only thing. I'm using the Holiday Collection, Home for the Holidays and Winter Wings from Webster's Pages from a couple years ago. Really, really pretty papers. And it's going to be like a cone or a nosegay type of an item. Not quite a tussy-mussy because I always look at those as being round, and this is more of just a cone. Well, you'll see. So this is the paper that I'm using. And so what we're going to do is score it in half diagonal, and I don't have a diagonal plate for my Martha Stewart trimmer, so what I'm going to do is I used a Sharpie and just drew a line in one of the valley areas so that I can line it up. And let me see if I can get the whole thing in here. Okay, so you're just going to score from tip to tip. And I just use a stylus for that because I like to try and get it really close to the tip. Okay, so you can see that. Let me just go ahead and score this. Bone folder. Okay, and then I'm not going to get rid of this just yet because what you're going to do next is you're going to, you can see the score line here, and I shared this tutorial. Boy, it's probably been 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and I'll go ahead and link it down in the info bar. But it was for a kit club design team that I was on, so I thought I would just kind of revisit it and do the tutorial again. And I think I did that one at, yeah, it was a 9-inch piece of paper, and this one, of course, 6x6. So basically, you can refer to that as well, just for another idea. But so the valley, you'll have a valley side facing up. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick a corner that's, you know, this one or this one on the scored side as your decorative part, and you're going to fold that down. So I like this side, so let me go ahead and with my valley side facing up, I'm going to, here's my score line. I'm going to just take and fold down a couple of inches. It doesn't really matter how much, it's just a matter of preference. And I'm going to put the tip of my paper here right on the score line, the center score line. And so you can see how that works. Okay, and then I'm just going to, again, burnish that score line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flap side and put flap side down. And you'll see there's a point right here, and then, of course, the corner, my flap being here. And I'm going to take and line this up on my scoring track. And I'm going to put a score line from here down to here. Okay, I hope this is making sense. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. It's a little too much. Okay, but I think you get the idea. So I'm just scoring right down the track here from this point to this point, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I should have actually had this folded or flipped over so my valley or my bumps are going the right way. All these technical terms. I'm a little out of practice with tutorials, so just please bear with me. Haven't done one in a little while. Okay, so then I'm just going to fold these back and burnish those, and then you can see how the cone is beginning to form. So I'll just, okay, so now I'm done with my Martha Stewart score tool. I can get that out of the way. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to just add some score tape to either this side or this side. And I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside because I've already done that. See, here's my corner folded down and my score flipped over. Okay, and so here's my, let me just pull the liner off of my score tape. I'm going to fold this side in and then fold this side over. Okay, so and then it ends up with this little cone shape with a decorative front on it, a little flap, and you can add a lot of different things to this. And then you can see how it You can just fill it with just the little party favors or a little gift with tissue paper in there, jewelry, anything would be really cute in here. So what I'm going to do first, I want this one to be hanging, so I'm going to go ahead and add holes to this side and this side using my crocodile. And I still have that set at 1/2 inch. I'm just going to stick it down in there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so you can see these holes here. And then I'm going to take some of the seam binding from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I'm going to use that as my handle. So I'm going to fiddle with this for just a second, and if it's giving me trouble, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of it off camera, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this down in here. Now if you're adding something heavier, like candies or something, you can add eyelets to these holes, but I'm not adding anything really heavy, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then if you don't feel like you want to tie a knot, you can always just tape the flap or tape the little ribbon edge down in there. But I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot on this side, and then I'm going to double knot it actually. And then we can decorate it however you want. I'm just going to keep it super, super simple because I'm going to be making a good number of these. And just in case, I'm going to do this blunt cut. Just in case, I think a little bit later after the tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and tape this down anyway, just in case there's any weight, from hanging. I don't want this knot to come out. Because it is seam binding, it doesn't really get very bulky, so I don't want it to go through the hole and then end up falling. Okay, so let me figure out how long I want my hanger to be. I think that's about good. So I'm going to give myself quite a bit more to make the double knot. Cutting this on an angle so that I can feed it through from back to the inside of the cone. And tuck it in there. Okay, and I'm just going to double knot this. And then we can just start decorating. I'm not going to fill it on screen here because I have to bag the candy up still. Just different little goodies. And like I said, you can do these to any theme. I think the last time I did it, maybe I gave it as a birthday gift. I can't really remember. It's been a couple of years, or a year and a half at least. But like I said, I'll link that down into my the bottom bar so that you can see it. Okay, so here is the handle. Okay, it looks a little bit long, so maybe I'll go ahead and shorten that. And I'll just triple knot it. No, I won't. I decided to make its own knot. So, again, I apologize. This is not my best tutorial, but it has been quite some time since I did a tutorial. So, thanks for being patient with me. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me just cut this. And this looks a lot better. And then again, I'm going to tape this down so that it won't have any risk of pulling loose unless the paper tears. So here is the cone that we have so far. Let me go ahead and get started decorating it. Now you can use a lot of different embellishments on here. I didn't have any. What I would prefer using is one of these Burgandy gardenias in the small size, but I didn't have it because it matches perfect because they're both from Wild Orchid Crafts. But I didn't have it in the small size, so what I thought about doing, I have this mixed pack here, and I just took one of these Ivory ones, and I painted it with the Autumn Maple Crimson Lindy Stamp Gang spray. I just painted it on the leaves, and it turned out really pretty. It's still wet though, but what I could also use is a carnation. Or, let me see, what else do I have here? You can just add bows to it. It just, really, there's just possibilities are endless. But I think the carnation might be a little bit small for what I'm wanting to do, but the color is perfect. Again, from Wild Orchid Crafts, so all the colors are coordinating. Let me get this stuff out of the way. So I'm just gonna, it's still a little bit wet, so hopefully it'll not have trouble sticking with the hot glue. I'm just going to add some hot glue to this. Okay, and I'm going to stick it right there in the center. And you know what else I think I should do is maybe add a little bit of No, it might be too much. If it was a bigger cone, like if I was doing an 8x8 or 9x9, I think what I would do is go ahead and add lace all around here before I attach it together. I think that would be really pretty. And I did do some edge punching on the other one that I did, the other tutorial. But you could add lace along here or tassels or something along the edging here. You can, like I said, you can decorate it to your heart's content. You know, whatever you want to do with it. But this is just to give you an idea of something you can do as a really quick party favor. This is just an Aster daisy, and that comes in a package of 50, and I'm using the deep ivory ones. And let me stick one over on the other side. Stick it over in here. I'm sorry, this is upside down to you. Okay. So this is super basic and super simple, and I'm not going to decorate them all just like this, but I wanted to keep it simple on the tutorial. Basically, I just wanted to share with you how you could make these little cones, and they will hold, the hot glue is still drying, but they will hold quite a bit, and of course the bigger paper that you use, the more stuff you can put in there. But I just think they're perfect for adding, like I said, a little piece of jewelry wrapped up in some pretty tissue paper, and then, you know, tucked down in here, or candies in a little cello bag or something. There's just a lot of different things that you can do, and they just make it such a nice little fiddling with it, such a nice little decoration. And I think I'm gonna wait and adjust the color here, because I really don't want it to be this light. So I'm gonna, when I mass produce them, I'm gonna get them more toned to the Bordeaux color, because I just think it's prettier. So and then you can also embellish with some of the bows. Now these are the satin cream bows, but you can add tassels or something to the bottom, ribbon, or just kind of randomly add some bows. You can add some rhinestones or some flat back pearls, really just whatever you'd like to do, however amount of time you want to make creating them if you're mass producing. But I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. I will have all of the product codes in the info bar to the products that I've used on here today, and then also I'll include the ones, other suggestions. I have them out here, so I'll just include those down in the info bar, just in case that you liked a certain idea, it sparked an interest for you. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye-bye.